Welcome back, my dear friends, or welcome if you're brand new here. Today I'm going to show you how I made my first ever autumn tree. Okay, I'm getting ready to put this tree up, but I wanted to show you what I'm going to try to do to stabilize it. I'm going to use this big boy, which you saw me do the floral arrangement in. And in here I have cat litter. This is the walnut shell cat litter that I use, and you've seen this in another video. In here is a mason jar, wide mouth mason jar. I filled up the whole surrounds with this fresh cat litter, blocked the entrance, and now I have a jar in there that this is gonna fit into. This ironstone urn is so heavy and solid, and I am delighted that this worked because I really wanted to use it as the base of the tree. Okay, so I found these amazing pumpkin string lights at Hobby Lobby, and of course I bought them at half off. And the tree I've listed on the screen there, so you can purchase one if you're interested. Unfortunately, I don't have footage of me climbing underneath the display to turn it on at the store. I had to see what the lights looked like first, and that was kind of comical. These are the florals that I'm going to be using, or most of the florals. These all in this pile here came from JoAnn, and I will be putting up on the screen the different SKU numbers so that you all can purchase these if you're interested in them. The SKU number, or the SKU number, is almost like the social security number for an item in retail. So that's how you can find these if you're looking for them. Here's the tree with the white and the cream sunflowers in place. And I just have to take a moment to tell you that I'm gonna be yanking this poor little tree around, and it's gonna be shifting from side to side. These acorn picks were absolutely amazing. I bought several of these. Again, half off. These roses, oh my gosh, I just loved these. I knew I had to find a way to use them. And then I also found these really cool pumpkin picks that I showed you in one of my corner cabinet videos. So here she is with almost everything in place. Next, I'm gonna use some of this beautiful brown velvet ribbon that I used again in my corner cabinet video. I'm gonna show you how I made a garland with bows without actually cutting the ribbon. So I'm starting at one end, and I'm making 2 loops that are as even in size as I can make them. And then I'm going to just fold one end over the other and pull it through, but not really tight. I want to do it loose enough here that I can adjust the loops to be even and balanced and look the way I want them to without crushing the velvet. So you can see I just pull it back there a little bit and tighten it down a tiny bit, pull the end out a little, just fuss with it a little. That looked pretty good. I thought about tying some wire into it so that I could actually wire it onto the branch, but I just didn't think it was necessary. And I'm just playing with placement a little here. Thor had something he wanted me to pay attention to, so I just stepped away for a moment. Okay, so then I've carried it across the front. Sorry, my arm's in the way a little bit there. I was just trying to get an idea of where I wanted the next bow to land, and then considering how much space each loop was going to take up and where the center of it was going to end up, which is why I measured it out like that. Again, 2 relatively even loops, folding it over each other without squishing it too hard, and adjusting each side So it's roughly the same size as the other one that I made. I really wanted to get that draping motion and that movement across the tree to carry the eye from one point to the next. I actually really like that one side of this ribbon was more shiny and the other side was velvet. Okay, velvet ribbon is in place. For the topper, I really dislike when a tree looks like a bunch of stuff is just exploding out of the top. So I wanted to have some kind of presence up there without it looking like just totally like it's a fountain or something at the top of it. So I added one of those pumpkin picks, some more of the golden roses, and then a large white sunflower on the right-hand side. I wasn't sure exactly where I wanted this velvet bow to sit. You'll see me move it actually over to the right. And I apologize, if I had realized my hair was going to feature so much in this, I might have actually styled it. That wasn't the plan. I like to dovetail the ends of my ribbon, and I'm sure many of you already know how to do this, but just in case you don't, what you do is you fold the, quote, right sides of the ribbon together, facing away from you. I'm just going to zoom you in a little here. And what you want to do is cut toward the points. So I'm going to cut away from myself and toward the points of the ribbon. And you can go as deep or as shallow as you like. That's about how I like it. I think it just looks a little bit more elegant. I was trying not to manipulate the ribbon too much, just to let it sit there on the branches and on the flower. So here's a more detailed look. I think the top turned out really nice. Again, it has some weight and presence, but it doesn't look overdone. And I did add one more thing. I added these orange slices. These I used last year in a tree, and they have gold glitter glass around the edges. I forgot that I had them, and they are so pretty in this tree. They look like little stained glass windows. I think I'm gonna do a video on how I make these because I would like to use them this year in my Christmas trees. I think they'd be a good addition to the Victorian tree. What you'll notice a lot of times in my decorating is I choose 1 or 2 colors, maybe 3, and I do variations on that color. I like a lot of depth and layers and richness, but I don't like the visual overwhelm of too many colors introduced into one look. So here I have lots of different golds and yellows, and the orange is in there but without being too bright. I wish I had more real pumpkin stems to trade out those little plastic pumpkin stems, but they're okay. They're pretty good for plastic. Oh, those golden roses are so beautiful. You can see those white sunflowers. Those came from the same bush, but they have good variation, even in the one floral bush. Again, we've got that stained glass look with the orange slices. I'm just so pleased with how this turned out. What a great idea this is, and it's such a nice way to be able to get your tree out early and check the lights and all of that. Maybe next year I'll do a real big one, but this was a great way to start. I hope this inspires you to maybe try out a fall tree yourself. Thank you so much for watching today. I appreciate all of you. So many of you come back and watch my videos again and again, and I value your time, and I appreciate that you choose to spend it here with me. I so appreciate all your likes and your subscribes, and I hope that you all continue to come back and see the other decorating ideas I come up with throughout the seasons. I read all of your comments, and I appreciate them so much. I'll see you all in the next video.